Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Pokemon trainers, and Poke fans everywhere, we are going to be looking at the deck profile for this deck, which I call Welder Ninja. And as I already said, we're going to abuse how OP Welder is, as using it not only as our energy accelerant, but our main draw engine here. And then apart from that, we have Green's Exploration, as usual, for our draw engine. So we're going to run between these two, 14 fire energies to keep the deck fluid and consistent. So let's take a look at the Pokemon lineup and get into a little bit about how the strategy for this deck is going to work. So we're looking at the good old ReshiZard. I like this one the most, although I have all the I think this one looks the coolest. But yeah, Reshiram Charizard Tag Team GX, the OP, the popular one. You know, everyone's playing this in some sort of variant or other. Towards Ability Zard has become crazy popular these days. I played into it in the last round of a tournament with Pikarom, and really got smashed just because of like how versatile that deck is. So we're going to be playing the ReshiZard here with Welder, with the fire energies to get him charged up. I'm running 3 counts. You could also try running 4 counts, but I think 3 counts is good. Like, I've never had a situation where 2 Reshis got prized, but in case you want to run all 3 Reshis, like, you have to run them, you can run 4 counts as well. That's doable. Oh, excuse me there. So, to Blacephalon-GX, he's kind of your intermittent guy. Like, he's worth 2 prize cards, but with our strategy, and hopefully that comes into play, he'll only be worth 1. So he's like, he becomes a basic, like, non-GX Pokemon at that point, which is super OP for this card, right? In a good situation, you'll just use this guy for the Bursting Burn and then switch him out, like, Flare Strike into Bursting Burn into switch back for Flare Strike is basically how you want to play this. So if you have two energy on him, you can just retreat him. No problem, or you can use the one of the 4 switches that we have in this deck. We're going to be running all 4 of them so we can cleanse the Flare Strike penalty. I initially wanted to do that with a Silvally, but I was like, there's something more important than cleansing a Flare Strike penalty, and that is losing less prizes. So here it is, the Nincada Shedinja combo. This Shedinja here is going to be our main Pokemon tool for this game. You heard that right. This Pokemon becomes a Pokemon tool after using the Vessel of Life attack. Once during your turn, before you attack, you may discard all cards attached to this Pokemon and attach it to one of your Pokemon as a Pokemon tool card. When the Pokemon this card is attached to is knocked out, your opponent takes 1 fewer prize card. So that literally turns our Tag Team GX into a regular GX, our regular GX into a non-GX, our non-GXs into a no prize card. So that's nuts. That could really stall your opponent. So that basically means that in a game where you normally, if you lose 2 ReshiZards, the game's over, right? In this one, you're going to be able to play all 3. And that's crazy. That's crazy. Being able to play 3 ReshiZards is absolutely nutty, right? Like, you can lose 2 and still be able to attack with the 3rd one, and the other one has, again, you have 270 HP on that one, so they have to get through 3 full 270 HPs before they win the game. There's no healing in this deck, unfortunately. I couldn't find space for, like, great potions, although I would love to have some in here. Like, Gusting is way more useful, hence we went with the 4 custom catchers. Like, if we weren't running the Nincada Shedinja lineup, then we could run the potions, I guess, but then that would it would just basically be another Welder deck, and that's not fun. So, rather than just going for core healing to keep your Pokemon alive, you're saying, hey, I don't care, take him, he's just worth as much as a Blacephalon-GX for me, and I still have 2 more in play, and I won't let you take those. So you can keep 1 ReshiZard on the bench, attach 2 fire energies to him, let him take damage, let him, you know, use Outrage to blow up your opponent, as long as you have Shedinja attached to him, and they're not playing Lysander Labs, because I'm pretty sure that will cancel out Shedinja's ability, because he becomes a Pokemon tool. So yeah, so even if when your opponent plays Lysander Labs, we are running 3 different stadiums here, and also Lusamine to grab those stadiums back. So you should be winning the Stadium Wars as long as you play those consistently and on time. As long as you can, like, usually if you're running Lysanders, you're only gonna have 2 counts of it in your deck, unless like it's a very specialized deck that doesn't use any Pokemon tools, no Power Plant. But usually those decks will run Power Plant, right? So You'll look at 2 Lysanders, and as long as you play it smart, you should be able to knock those out and get your stadium. Because like with Lusamine combined, that's a total of 5 stadiums potentially that you could put back into play, right? You have the 2 Giant Hearth Power Plant Heat Factory. Heat Factory goes to Lost Zone, but then you could still grab your Giant Hearth Power Plant. I've also tried running 2 counts of Giant Hearth in this. That works as well. But what you're going to give up is like maybe a Pokécom here. I don't think it's the worst thing. You guys can go for that also. I might even try it next game. But yeah, so that's something. In the first game we played, I put that as like kind of intro into this deck. We played it in the Pika ROM. We only put in 1 Shedinja, but that was enough because we were fine, like not losing. Like our third Reshi was ready, right? It wouldn't have mattered price card wise. That's why I didn't go for that. Or else we could have found a way to like Pokécom into Mysterious Treasure just to get him onto the field. That's why we have like the 3 Cherish Balls. We have 2 Mysterious Treasure to search out our Shedinja, and then we have Pokécom as well in case we need to like get our Shedinja out. We don't need Rare Candy because it is a Stage 1 evolution, so that works out fantastically. And he does not consume bench space because once he becomes a tool, he gets taken off your bench. So that's the combo here. You want to get 3 of those Shedinja onto the 3 Pokemon that you're going to have in play. The perfect combination would be to get them onto 2 ReshiZards, 1 Blacephalon, and then keep that last ReshiZard alive without the Shedinja for as long as possible, basically. So that would give your opponent a total of 5 prize cards with the 2 Reshis and the Blacephalon, and you could potentially still have 1 more Reshi or Blacephalon in play. Blacephalon's being played in here because he wraps up like ReshiZard's Flare Strike sometimes nicely. It's another Pokemon to switch into, so you can also have like, and it only has a 2 retreat cost, so you can do that easily. Also, let's say you have 6 energies on a Reshi, he's taking like 200 damage, you don't want him to die, you could just as easily switch out your Reshi, get 2 energies onto your Blacephalon and start Mind Blown, you know, for 50 damage and start discarding the energies onto that damaged Reshi. So that's why he's in there. 2 counts of him. I like the 2-3 setup so far. If we'll try like a 2-4 maybe, but that's about all I can say. If you really want, you can throw 1 more Nincada Shedinja in there, but then it's going to become a grass deck, so I do warn you of that. We don't want too many of these guys. That's like 3 is like the minimum count, I feel, to be effective. So that's why we're going to go with the 3-3 lineup. No Ditto Prism, none of that nonsense in here. 1 Victini Prism though, because if we end up like not getting our switches, or they get prized for some reason and we end up discarding a lot of energies, or we just need a closer after we've discarded a lot of energies to our retreats, or we need to shuffle those discarded energies back into our deck, for all those reasons, Victini Prism starts in here. For 2 energies, Infinity not only does 20 damage for each of the basic energy cards in your discard, but also shuffles those back into your deck. So yeah, that's the Pokemon lineup. I think the trainer cards are self-explanatory, am I not right? Yeah, you guys should know all these cards. 3 Cherish Ball, 4 Custom Catcher, 1 Fiery Flint, 2 Mysterious Treasure, 4 Pokécom, 4 Switch, 1 Giant Hearth, 1 Heat Factory Prism, 1 Power Plant, 4 counts of Cynthia, 4 counts of Green, 1 Lusamine, 4 counts of Welder, and 14 Fire Energies. That's the deck profile. That's what we're going to be going for. I'm going to try to get another game for you guys with this deck so we can see how it works. Alright, we're getting into a game here with our brand new Welder deck. I haven't played a game with this yet, so this is going to be the first one. Live testing here. I'm going to see if we can pull this off. I am listening to the soundtrack from Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2. Really like that game. I really like the soundtrack. It looks like we're in a mulligan here. Hopefully we don't mulligan too many times. It looks like we're into a Pika ROM again. Okay, that's actually pretty good. Okay, we got our Blacephalon. It looks like I don't want to slap down the Victini yet because I know it is a Pikarom. So let's throw down Nincada. Let's Pokecom off our Victini for our second Reshi. Let's go ahead and Cynthia. Okay, pretty good. We can Welder next turn. We have the coin, we don't need it. We just need other energy, so let's see if we can greens for our stadium here and play that out. Hopefully we can nab him before he gets a setup. So here's the reveal, guys. We're playing Shedinja in this deck, and I love this card. I only recently found out about it, and we're going to try to abuse this as best as we can. So normally in a game, if you lose 2 ReshiZards, game's over, right? But as long as he doesn't have a Lysander's Lab in his deck, we can pretty much... It looks like he's going for the Dedenne here, turn 1. He's trying to Stellar Wish his way into something. That's fine. Anyway, let's get back to our strategy. So yeah, so we're going to turn this Nincada into a Shedinja, and it's going to become a Pokemon tool. And then we're going to attach it to our ReshiZard. And as long as he doesn't have Lysander Labs out, we have Stadiums in that to counteract that. He basically takes 1 less prize card for the ReshiZard. So in a normal game, you lose 2 ReshiZards, the game's over. But in this game, we can lose 2 ReshiZards and still keep attacking with our third. Which is pretty nuts, to be honest. Pretty nutty. It looks like he has a pretty bad hand, to be honest. So he's going like for a full Electro Power Assault of some nature. That's fine, I guess. Okay, it looks like the Lily. Bop, bop, bop. He was trying to discard as many cards as he could there. Ouch. But then even after all that, he used 1 Electro Power. He had to trash 1, so he has 2 Electro Powers left. Ouch. So yeah, Pikarom can struggle if you don't get that setup, and we're definitely gonna Welder for... Okay, there's the Radar, so you did get that. If we draw into a single custom catcher, I might just greens for the custom catcher right off the bat here. Because if we draw into one, then I'm gonna Giant Furnace and then custom catcher, or else I'm just gonna Giant Furnace green so we can custom catcher next turn. Basically is the idea. We got another Welder. So let's go ahead. Nutty, right, guys? So he's worth 1 prize card less now. Alright, so we have double Welder. So let's go ahead and greens. We don't need Flint. We don't need Switch just yet. Giant Hearth. Greens. Worst case if he knocks out a Hearth early and we need another one, we can Lusamine for it. We have the Switch in our hand. So let's go ahead and toss this Mysterious Treasure for now. Grab 2 fire cards. No Welder for this turn. But I forgot because we're going to greens. So I'm sorry. So no Welder for this turn. But we will still get out an Outrage here. Almost one-shotting the Jirachi. So next turn we'll definitely be able to Welder for 2 here. Unless he stamps or judges. Even then we shouldn't be in that bad of a position. He's way behind. He's way behind. He has to like wish his way into Thunder Mountain now or something. Did he get it? Oh, he got the Cynthia though, so he could potentially get a Thunder Mountain here off of Volkner. So he did get the escape board for the Jirachi. Let's see if he drew into Thunder Mountain here or not. So there is the Volkner, so he's definitely gonna get his stadium next turn. And we want to knock that out like as soon as possible. Okay, he does have it this turn. So if he gets the energy switch on us, then he's definitely going to get that. He's just going for the 80 damage here with Outrage. I think that actually benefits us more than it does him. Because he wasted his Thunder Mountain right now. So we don't need to Welder this turn immediately. Because 30 plus 80 is 110 and he's gone. So let's just get rid of his Thunder Mountain. So his setup is completely blown here. Do we need Heat Factory right now? If we Power Plant him, there'll be no use even if he gets his aura out. So let's do that. We'll get another greens. We'll decide if we need the Heat Factory or not. There's 110. So he needs like an energy switch and an energy, so to even be able to attack us. We can Welder switch next turn too, if we so choose to. So yeah, pretty nasty deck. We are running the 4 switches in this, so we can just like switch and lose the Flare Strike penalty. That's basically what it's in there for. And with Green's engine, we're gonna be able to keep drawing like exactly what we need. So this man is in a world of pain unless he gets like some really excellent cards to change up his hand here. He's really struggling to like draw into what he needs. So it looks like we're gonna get the Dedenne. There's the Viridian, so I'm probably gonna go for like a 2-turn Lusamine or maybe just like next turn Heat Factory. We don't even need to be honest, so this may be our Welder turn. He's going into Order Pad here. So let's see what he gets. So it is the E-Switch for next turn. But if we like custom catcher his guy out, like even if he tag bolts with 1 energy, he'll kill our ReshiZard, get 2 prizes, but then we have like another fully set up ReshiZard ready to go. So don't know how that's gonna work out for him, to be honest. Okay, so he may tag bolt here, and that's fine. Like, we're not losing much. He did everything in his power to be able to get him onto the field here. What do we get? Like a Zapdos last turn? So yeah, we'll get him in 2 turns, for sure. For sure. So there is the tag bolt, but he's only going to get 2 prize cards, as we planned. As we planned. Okay, so there's the custom catcher. Let's go ahead and toss out our Welder now for the first time. We've been meaning to do that for a while now, but it's just not happening, is it? We have double custom catch. Honestly, like, one more good attack with him and he's dead. Like, if we Welder next turn for 2, and then do we draw into another Welder? Okay, let's trash a Welder here. Grab a Fire Energy. So we need 3 energy, so we can get them all out on him on next turn if we so choose to. I'm just thinking whether I want to, yeah, I'll go ahead and Flare Strike. We'll draw into Double Switch next turn. Worst case, he does 150, right? So, yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and Flare Strike here. He did get the second Peeker on, but that's alright. Maybe we can set up for our Ninja-esque here. Or yeah. Shedinja, rather. Nincada. Shedinja only give him 2 more prize cards here. I guess it doesn't matter though, honestly. Let's just keep going for the Reshis, because even if he takes this, we have 1 left. And then we can go from there. We just need to set up another Reshi here. Potentially with the double Welder. Or the Welder, like 1 Welder is fine. So maybe we'll like Cherish Ball for a Reshi. We'll see if he like decides to whatchamacallit, pull this one back and bring in the new one or not. Yeah, I expected him to do something cheeky like this. I really did. So, that is why we are going to play Mr. Blacephalon here. We are going to Welder for 2 onto our ReshiZard so he can Oko his guy. We got another one here. What are the chances he has like double custom catch on us? What are the chances? Like if he gets double custom catch, we lose this Reshi, and then we still have Blacephalon. This guy's gone, right? With just Bursting Burn right now. That's my goal. To try and play around that. Pretty sure we don't need this, so let's just grab another energy for next turn. We need like a Welder or something. Cherish Ball, okay. That's fine. If he draws in a custom catcher here, we could be in trouble. Like our setup is going to be a little blown at that point. But we're going to have to see. If he has 1 in his hand, like I'm kind of scared about that right now. Okay, it's a Cynthia, it looks like. No double custom catch yet. We'll have to see. There's an Electro Power. So he's looking to KO our Blacephalon here, which is fine, because I'll take that. What is he gonna get with Stadium Nav? But we have the double custom catcher. It looks like he's out of energies too, so. Oh, I thought he used the trainer card already. If he gets double custom catcher here, we're in trouble. we are in trouble because he's just going to keep spam attacking our guy. There's a Tapu Koko. Not too scared about that. There's no point in having 6 energies on him right now at this point, right? If he wins this, like 500 IQ here, no joke. Apart from the custom catcher, if he finds some way to win this. Okay, double electro power. Four cards left. This deck is thin. Like, he's used all his resources up till this point. Like, we have all of ours. Game's over here. Looks like the Mod Bolt was all he had. So, GG, well played, my friend. GG, well played. We got the one Ninjask, which pretty much is, I think, like, reduce us a card here. But that's game. We can literally just pop. We could greens if we wanted to be honest. What do we have in here? Like, we have a Heat Factory. We can grab a Lusamine or a Welder. There's no point. Like, I'm just messing around at this point. You didn't know I had these. Alright, for 300 damage and the win. I didn't even go for his Dedenne, right? No mercy killing there. Just go directly for the Pikarom. So there's game 1 for you guys. I'm going to follow this up with a deck profile and more gameplay for you guys so you can enjoy this Ninja Welder deck, abusing Welder, abusing the ReshiZard's OPness, and abusing Ninjask so that you can play not 1 and 2, but you can play total 3 ReshiZards in game and still not lose the game, which is outrageous, right? It's going to make your opponent cry. It does delay our initial setup a tad bit, but I mean, it's ReshiZard. If you take damage, you outrage back for more damage. So there you go. I hope you guys like that one. Keep watching for the rest of the videos related to this deck right here. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it looks like we are playing into Whimsicott here, or some sort of fairy deck. It might be Guardian Hat, ladies. Because if he went second, he's probably looking to like shuffle our whole hand out turn 1 or something. Okay. Yeah, that is what it is. Oh. Oh, I'm sorry. I completely forgot we were recording. This game looks pretty over unless he gets like a healing potion or something out of the screens. Unless he he has his whole like hat lady set up already here. Even then, like we're gonna KO this guy next turn. So okay, looks like energy spinner on to the second Guardian here. We're just gonna keep setting up our Reshi. We have time to set these up later if we need to. Let's get our energies out, get our Reshi to double blaze status, and then we can go from there. So he's gonna look to ready this one up by putting the energy on him and then fairy songing 2 energies onto that one. Perhaps a choice helmet is what we're gonna see here. Which should be a good inclusion in this deck. Looks like he wasn't able to draw anything. Curious if he has Switch. No Switch. So there goes down 1 Guardian. Okay, no Welder for us. But we do have the fire energies in hand. We could like just get a Blacephalon down. Just for the heck of it. Let's see what we draw into here. Energy. I need a Welder. Show me the Welder. Oh boy. Alright. No Welders here. Let's see if I can draw into one. Why would he play that? What if he hit heads? What would have happened? I'm just curious. Let's get a new hand here. Let's see what we get. Still no whatchamacallit. Welder. Okay. That's annoying. Supposed to be a lot of you in there. He didn't cleanse the burn, which means we pretty much win next turn if he can't put out a or even if he can. If he puts out a basic and then switches, is the only way. Okay, so he put out mixed herbs to cleanse the burn. Or the confusion. Oh, that was a bad idea. Should have gone for the burn, my good sir. Okay, we got stamped. Welder. Plus, okay. Greens, that's fine. And we got a switch. There is the magical miracle. But honestly, bro, that hat ladies did not work out for you. That kind of sucks. And now I'm just gonna Flare Strike FTW, right? Flare Strike FTW. Just because I can. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna greens. I'm gonna grab a switch. And a Cynthia. And then I'm gonna do this. And then I'm gonna do this. And then I'm gonna do that. Just because I can. Just because I can. But yeah, we could have gotten our Ninja Scout if he hadn't reset us, but he like drew out his whole hand, but nothing useful in his whole entire hand. So he's probably running that with only whatchamacallit. What am I trying to say here? With only Guardian, maybe like 4 Guardians. That doesn't work. That doesn't work. You need a few more cards in there to make it feasible. Alright, let's get back into this with another game here. We did win the coin flip. It looks like we're playing into a non-GX deck here. So let's see how this goes. Out you go, Reshi. Oh boy, the multi... Does he have one more? I'm gonna cry. I'll be like everything he needs. If this is a welder, that would be amazing. It is not. If only. That would have been too good to be true. No supporter cards for us on turn 1, which kind of sucks. Which kind of sucks. Oh boy, I love it when they get Jirachi like that. At least get the turn 2 welder, that would be nice. He is thinking quite a bit for this turn. Excuse me. Okay. The double Shedinja draw. Wonderful. I think he's missing an energy here. Yeah, he's like hard stuck for an energy or something. We're hard stuck for a trainer card. Like, I don't think we need to be concerned about setting up 6 energies on this. Like, if it's a Necrozma recycle deck of some sort, then he's like, we don't need that much damage. We can just double Blaze for 1, we can Flare Strike, we can switch Flare Strike. Yeah, multiple things. Provided we get the cards to do that, not multiple Shedinjas. Luckily, his hand looks to be just as bad here, so... Yeah, so, like, whoever draws into a supporter here is just gonna start up a storm, to be honest. Both of us are drawing into, like, dead-handed trash here. Even, like, a Pokécoms would make one of these Shedinjas useful, turn it into Ninjask, and then put it onto our ReshiZard early. But we'll be able to do that eventually. We didn't need to. It looks like he just copped out because, yeah, that's what happens with those Malamar setups sometimes. You don't get the kind of setup you need. I'm going to take a break here. If we're lucky, we'll get one more game in for this deck. So hope you had fun watching that. Once we get the Ninjask out there, turn our tag team into a basic GX, the game becomes a lot easier for us, losing less prize cards, and our setup continues the same way as a regular Welder deck does. So hope you guys like that one. That was a Welder Ninja for you. If I can, there will be a bonus game in it. If not, this will be it.